3 men accused of Gretchen Whitmer kidnap plot acquitted. There you go. I mean, what more do you need? The last 3 men who were charged in the plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer have all been found not guilty on all charges, by the way. William Knoll, twin brother Michael Knoll, and Eric Molitor were among the 14 charged in the alleged plot, and 3 have been acquitted. All 3 have been acquitted. Adam Fox and Barry Croft Jr. were convicted of kidnapping conspiracy in 2022. The 2 were also found guilty of conspiring to obtain a weapon of mass destruction, such as a bomb to destroy a bridge. It's such obvious BS. The general, let me break down for you how this works. The FBI finds some moron and then keeps whispering things to him like, don't you want to do this? Come on. Don't you want to do this? And they'll be like, no, not really. And they'll be like, come on, let's do it anyway. And they'll be like, no, not really. They'll just get in the car. And they'll be like, okay. He got in the car. That proves it. And then
this is happened in Ohio when I was living there in 2012. You can look this up. I mean, it is just like more corroborative evidence that this happens more than one. It's not like a one-off. 3 sentenced to prison for plot to blow up Ohio Bridge. They were given explosives, dummy explosives by FBI. Undercover FBI agents gave these 3 dudes fake explosives and apparently colluded with them.
It's the same as a controlled drug buy.
I want Donald Trump to criminally charge all FBI agents who participated in these conspiracies.
Yeah, but that's what the FBI does is they'll set you up like, oh, we have a cocaine dealer, and they'll set you up with the cocaine dealer, and the cocaine dealer's an FBI agent. So, I mean, it was all a setup. But we're never going to get any transparency with the FBI. I mean, I think that the FBI and CIA killed JFK. I mean,
I do not want Trump to go in and to be like, we're shutting it down, we're defunding it. No, I want to be like, whoa, hold on. Yes, but first, audit and criminal indictments for any and all FBI agents who were party to criminal plots. And you know what? There's a lot of them we don't know about. So
there's thousands.
I'd imagine more. Yeah. Because you look at what happens with the Whitmer thing. How many times has the FBI engaged in a conspiracy to, say, kidnap a politician and then not convinced anyone to join them? So we pull up those records and we say, we got an agent, John Smith, right here. Looks like you engaged in a plot to arrest a mayor. To kidnap a mayor. And they'll be like, well, yeah, but we're doing a sting. Well, it says here, you were the one who initiated it. Put your hands behind your back. Shut your mouth. You have the right to remain silent. Lock them up.
That's hardcore, dude.
But, the men who were just, what were they, acquitted? They should be thankful that the jury was able to learn about these rogue FBI informants because most people in that position wouldn't have that.
Is what the FBI does.
Yeah.
So these guys have their lives dangling off the edge of a cliff while these FBI agents smirk and give the Kubrick stare and laugh about it. Yeah. I am done playing these games. This is abject evil. There is no legitimate reason for the FBI to make fake plots and then try and trick people to do them. It doesn't make sense. These guys, if they never met the FBI, would be sitting around drinking, talking smack, and they'd be worrying about football. Instead, the FBI comes in and goads them and coaxes them, gives them materials. This is what we see across the board with all these different plots. I say arrest and criminally charge, indict all of the FBI agents because they are party to the conspiracy.
Yep.
You can't, I think the law should even be amended that says you cannot charge someone under this law unless the plan was created outside of law enforcement. If law enforcement agencies create the plot, then that should be fruit of the poison tree, and none of these men should be able to be convicted.
That's like all sting operations.
No, it isn't. No, it's not. I mean,
maybe I'm using the wrong word.
I'll tell you this.
Not sting.
Here's what some of what the FBI has done.
Entrapment.
Well, entrapment is when you knowingly when the person is being forced to, like, either by blackmail, extortion, or otherwise. But what the FBI has done, which is more questionable, but not in this territory.
Pretend to be a drug dealer?
No, they go to church. They go to mosques and they just hang out. And then they wait to see if anyone says anything, and then they leave. And there are a bunch of stories where I've heard these stories. You can look them up. Where there were imams in like Dearborn who reported the feds to the FBI immediately when the guy came in and said, "Hey, here's what I'm thinking." They were like, "Oh, okay, have a nice day." And then immediately called the feds and said, "This guy's crazy. Get him out of here." And they were like, "All right." They leave. That is bad. Those are crazy stories. That cop, that FBI guy should be arrested for doing that. But if all they do is, we are going to have a criminal informant tell us if something's going on, I got no problem with that, right? We want to stop legitimate acts of terror. What we do not want is the feds creating the plot and then trying to trick people into joining it. That right there, the moment it's discovered, wait, who came up with this plan? Agent Smith? Okay, charges dismissed, case closed. Men, you're all free to go.
Yeah, but Tim, Joe Rogan talks about it. You know this, and January 6th, we probably know this, is they have agent provocateurs where they can go and to a riot or to a protest and actually accelerate things, make things worse, and we never hold them accountable. And it's an actual crime to lie to an FBI agent.
What and even outside of the context of an investigation.
Yeah.
So Michael Flynn was criminally charged even though he wasn't being formally questioned.
That's ridiculous.
It's like you're hanging out at they were hanging out at like a dinner or something at the White House, and they were like, so tell me about this. And then he's like, oh, X, Y, and Z, and they're like, we got him. He just lied to us. That's it.